Then any learner can join without any age or without any academic qualification, basic academic qualification. Then if it is a professional course, for example, if it is for B.Ed teachers, so who will take up your course? Who will take up your course? That is your target audience.
Sir, if it is both for teachers and PG students and research scholars, then I can.
You write all three. Then you write all three.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, in morning session, actually, we were discussing about what OERs are, what are the types of OERs, and how we can search some material which is freely available. But searching from Google or recalling or remembering the websites is a difficult task. Either you need to write it somewhere or you go on these sites regularly. Otherwise, for a beginner, sometimes it is difficult to go through all the sites or recall or remember all the sites and all that. So what we do, we try to find a ready-made solution for all such problems, and that solution is in form of three things.
पीजी डालने की तो कोई जरूरत है नहीं मैडम, फिर पीजी के हमारे प्रोग्राम वो सब्जेक्ट क्या है कॉलेज के, वो डालने की जरूरत तो है नहीं, केवल यूजी वाले ही डालेगा।
हाँ कौशलेंद्र जी, जैसा चाहें वैसा डालिए, म्यूट कर लीजिए।
ओके सर, ओके।
ठीक है।
अरे हम यहाँ बात कर रहे थे डिपार्टमेंट,
इसीलिए कह रहा म्यूट कर लीजिए।
हाँ हाँ म्यूट कर।
यस, थैंक यू। सो where do I find OER? This is a question which anyone can ask to yourself, that where will you find it? So there are three things. One is OER search engines, like Google is a search engine, Yahoo is a search engine, Bing is a search engine. Similarly, there are some specialized OER search engines that if you use these search engines, then you need not to apply any filter. Like in Google, we need to apply filter. In YouTube, we need to apply filter. So those filters, those additional things are not required if you use these specialized search engines. The three most popular search engines are ocwconsortium.org, search.creativecommons.org, and discover.labs.creativecommons.org. So these three are very popular search engines. So search engines basically replace Google to help us in finding only OERs. Then the second is repositories. There is a difference between search engine and repository. Search engine basically tells you where the material is, but repository is a place where the material is. So repository basically hosts the material. So you may find the material there, like there is a very good repository of Open University UK that is called openlearn.open.ac.uk. Then MIT OCW is a very, very, very famous repository. In India, especially in school education, NROER is a big OER repository which is being managed by NCERT. Then there is a very good repository for teacher education content called TES Africa. TES India is also there, but they do not have that much content. But tesafrica.net is having a lot of content on teacher education in form of OERs. So these are
which one you have not written?
I have written it, tesafrica.net.
Okay, okay, sorry sir.
Yeah. So these are few repositories. So there is a difference between search engine and repository. Like if we try to find something on Google, Google tells us whether this content is at Pixabay, whether this content is at eGyanKosh, whether this content is somewhere else. But we may directly go to the repository, we may explore the repository, and we may find the content from there. So these are few repositories. The third one is directory. So what is a directory? Directory has the list of all those websites where the content is. Like three very famous directories are oercommons.org, col.org/OER, and oerafrica.org. So these are very, very popular OER directories. So you may go to any OER directory If you know directly that on which repository the content is, then you can go to that repository. If you are not having any idea about the directory and the repository, then you can go to OER search engines. Like this is the OER common search engine, right? So you just type in your system oercommons.org. This page will appear. Here, what are you looking for? You give the title or the keyword for which you are looking for the material, for which subject you are looking for. Here you can scroll down the subject. Then at what level you are looking for. You may be looking for a content on cell division, but whether it is for 10+2 level, or it is for graduation level, or it is for post-graduation level, the level you can decide. Then what standards are there? So when you put all these things and you will search, the outcome will be only OERs. So you need not to worry about that whether whatever I am going to explore is OER or not, because this search engine gives you only the links for the OER content. So this is a very good repository. Another very good search engine is searchcreativecommons.org, CC search. So if you go for CC search, here also you can type the title or the keyword, click on the search, but it gives you 2 additional features. Here you can see at the bottom it is written, I want something that I can use for commercial purpose, modify or adopt. So if you want to use it for commercial purpose, you need to click it here. If you want to modify or adapt it, you need to click it here. Otherwise, you can search directly. So this will also give the output only in form of OERs, not others. I will show you in real also. This is a very good repository, MIT courseware. So here you may find mostly the engineering content, not the content of every discipline, but a lot of content is there in MIT Open Courseware, which is a very good repository. Then NROER, we all know it is being managed by NCRT. It is a Government of India school education repository. Then OpenLearn is a good repository. I have already told you. OpenLearn Create is a good Test India project, which I was talking about. For teacher education content, this project was started, I think, in 2012 or 13. This is a World Bank funded project, but a lot of content has been created specifically in science teaching, mathematics teaching, and English teaching learning. So for these 3 pedagogy subjects, you may find a lot of content on this OpenLearn Create Test India project. It is also having a lot of content. Then this course you have already done, understanding OER. Those who have not done, I will suggest that please do this course so that you can learn more about what OERs are. Now I'm coming back to the repositories directly. Just wait for a minute. So this is CC search. This is a Creative Commons search repository. So how it work? For example, you want to find the image on any topic, we can write, for example, triangle. Then do you want a content on triangle which you can use commercially, or you want to modify or adopt? Let me click on both and I will search. Okay. So now here you can see that there are multiple images which are coming with all licenses. Now what you can do, if you want only CC0 license, please mute, please mute. Dr. Renu, please, your personal talks are coming on chat, please mute. Dr. Renu, please mute. Can admin mute her?
Student? Okay.
Thank you. So sometimes this is the problem with online, but we all need to work with it. Okay, so I was showing you here. Now here, if you want to even use specific licenses, like you want only with CC BY, or you want only public domain work, or you want only with CC0, means no attribution, then you can click here. Then it will show you these, if you use this image, there no attribution is required with this image. There is no attribution is required with this image. No attribution is required for this image, right? So it is a very good image search, CC search. It is being used by many people, and it is a very good search engine. Another is creativecommons.org. So here you can search for images and all that. You can search many things. So there are many such search engines, or I was talking about NROER. Let me show you, then I will come on my presentation part. There is some error with the website right now. Maybe they may be updating something. This is a very good repository from where you can find a lot of content. So searching the content is not an issue. Searching the content is never an issue, right? The only important thing is that how we plan our content for any course. Now I am coming to next presentation. I'm stopping it here. Okay. So what your task is today, basically to decide that how many modules you will plan, what are your modules, and to finalize your script for your introductory video. And you need to create a PowerPoint presentation, a good, impressive, effective PowerPoint presentation for your video. You may be thinking that why I'm talking about PowerPoint presentation here, because many of you may be the expert and you may have done a lot of presentations. But developing a PowerPoint for a video production is entirely different than creating a PowerPoint for a seminar presentation or a classroom lecture, because here your audience is different. You are not there to explain with it. So a lot of things we need to have in our mind when we plan any educational video, and we use a PowerPoint for that. If we see the nature of educational videos which are being used in any Swayam or any online course, they are basically four types. Either there are documentaries, but you will hardly find documentaries as educational videos. Why? Because to produce a documentary require a lot of time. You may need 20 to 30 days of shooting, outdoor, indoor shooting, lot of shots, many people, many scenes. So you need a lot of story work, storyboarding, and a very tight script with all visualization at your end. So many times as a teacher, we may not feel comfortable to develop a documentary. Then we move towards the most easy video, that is the PPT based video lecture. But apart from that, there are other models also, like discussion. We have recorded some videos where 2 or 3 people sit in the studio or at a place and they discuss about something. So it is not a monotonous video. Then if you see the NPTEL videos, there is a very good facility in most of the IITs now that they have a prefixed camera in their classrooms. So whatever lecture is being delivered by a teacher in the class is automatically get recorded in those cameras. Later on, those videos are edited a bit and they are uploaded. So classroom lectures are also being used as educational videos. Then in laboratory subjects, we use basically the demonstration videos where a teacher or an expert demonstrates something. Its animation comes parallelly, and we all see what is going on in the video. If we plan any video recording, we think basically about two components. Right now, I'm talking about the simplest video format. I'm not talking about any documentary or outdoor shooting or studio-based, lab-based shooting. I'm just talking about studio-based or home-based recording. So for that, there are two main components. One is PPT and its preparation, and another is video recording. So we need to think about both. We need to plan about both in details. Like when we prepare a PPT, what should be there in the slide and what should not? Number one, the text color and the background color should be just opposite, or you can say contrast. Like here you can see I have written with black character on white background, or I have written white character on red background. But if I will replace this black with yellow, it may not be that much visible on your screen. So visibility is very important, because if we are developing a PPT based video, then most of the time we are not in front of this learner, it is our PPT. So the slide background and text color is very important. Next issue is the font type and size throughout the PPT. You should not do a lot of experiment with the fonts in different slides. Why? So you should not do a lot of experimenting with the font types. Keep the uniform font size and uniform font type across the slides, so that eyes need not to adjust every time whenever some text is coming in front of the learners. When we prepare PPT for our classroom lectures or our seminar presentations, because there is a time, fixed time is there, so we try to put many things on the same slide. But when you are preparing a PPT for a video lecture, please put only one conceptual entity in one slide. Only one conceptual entity, not more, okay? Then around 4 to 5 lines, not more than that, as text on one slide. Don't put paragraphs on slides until or unless it is a definition or something very important code. Otherwise, avoid paragraphs, use bullet points, 4 point, 3 point, 5 point maximum, so that visible space is available on the slides. And the slide orientation is a problem, because when we go for a PPT presentation, PPT development in our laptop or in our desktop, it has a default setting of 4:3. The squarer size of PPT appears. But if you see these days, the laptops or the mobiles, they are mostly coming with standard definition ratio, that is 16:9. So we need to convert our slide orientation from 4:3 to 16:9 before making PPT, so that when you record, there is no black lines. Otherwise, on both sides of your screen, the black strips will appear without any text, and that will not look good. So the slide orientation is an issue. Next issue is the font. We are very much comfortable with Times New Roman, but there are the fonts like Aparajita, Times New Roman, Cambria, Courier, and other fonts. These fonts are called serif fonts, and serif fonts should not be used in PPTs, specifically for video lectures. Why? Because these fonts have edges. Like you can see that there are edges in A, there are edges in T of Times, there are edges in W of R, there are edges in R, there are edges in C, there are edges in A, there are edges in B. So all these, end of the letter is tilted or some corner is there. So if a lot of text will come with these edges are not comfortable in reading, the screen reading. So for screen reader comfort, we should use sans serif fonts like Century, Arial, Calibri. If you see these fonts, these are straight fonts. There is no corner, no edge, no extra line, no cursiveness, nothing is there. These are very straight fonts. Even now, if you see the recent research guidelines by APA 7th edition, they are also promoting to use sans serif fonts even in the thesis. They are not promoting the fonts like Times New Roman and all that, even now in the thesis and dissertations also, as per new APA guidelines. So now we should use the sans serif fonts whenever we are preparing PowerPoint for our video recording. Then comes the slides designing. After the font, the next important thing is the slide designing. My suggestion is always that don't put a lot of text on slide. Don't put a lot of text on slide. Use more images. More pictorial slides should be there. But when you are using image, you need to think about two things. Number one, the image should be a free image. Number two, the image should match with the concept written. If I'm talking about science in modern India, then my bottom image is basically supplementing to that term. So this is a title slide. Sometimes we can use background image on the slides. Like if I'm talking about Aryabhatta, an astronomer and mathematician in some video, then I have used an image of some astronomical significance as a background image. If you are using image of some important personality or something else, then don't use that image in background. Always use that image inside, either left or right, and don't write any text over that image. Like here, this image is of Aryabhatta. So whatever text is there, it is coming along with that, not in the not on the slide or not above Aryabhatta. So don't use such thing in background. Next suggestion is
Sir,
that,
excuse me,
yeah,
is there a rule that image should be right hand side and then text should be left hand
no,
side,
no,
or
no,
vice
no, no,
versa?
no. It's not a rule. It's not a rule. It is up to you. It's up to you. You
Okay,
can have on
thank you,
one
sir.
slide it is right hand side, in another slide you can have it left hand side. It is up to you. It all depends upon
Okay.
designing text and content. Then sometimes we develop slides in our regional languages, either in Hindi or in Marathi or in Malayalam or in Gujarati or in Tamil, in any language. Then if you are using your regional language, please use the Unicode font. Now all the regional languages are coming with Unicode font. There are some language specific fonts also. Like for Hindi, there are fonts like Kruti Dev. But when I type something in Kruti Dev 10, and if the system on which the slide is opening is having Kruti Dev 12, there are the issues of spelling errors, because our Indian languages are very rich grammatically as compared to Western languages. Western languages are mostly on letters A, B, C, D. They will put everything with this, but we have a lot of pi, matra, and all those things. Like, so our languages are very rich grammatically as compared to European languages. So that's why the font issue comes. So to avoid that, we should use basically the uh, Unicode font. Next, my suggestion is that if you want to make your slide more attractive or more, since sometimes you can use video files also. Like here you can see in this slide, I have used a video of a candle. So this is a background
Yeah, how
image.
to do that? Yeah, it's very interesting, sir.
Then we may use transitions from moving from one slide to another slide. All these transitions are there because when we prepare PPT, there are two special effects inbuilt. One is slide transition and another is text transition. So when text transition means how the text will appear, that is called text animation. And how we will move from one slide to another slide, that is called transition. So these transition effects also we can use. If we want to use even the simple thing, like here you can see, this is the title slide of a presentation, be it practical activities workshop 2. So if I have written it directly on a simple design, that was enough. But just to make it more visual, I just added a cartoon character, which is an image, and it is this image was available freely. So I just use that a teacher is saying that, okay, let us talk about today in this video, be it practical activities workshop 2. So such type of things you may try. Like here, you can see that if you are using a table in your PowerPoint presentation, there is table. And if table has more columns and more rows, don't use complete table in single slide. Because if you put a lot of rows and columns on a single slide, the text in those columns will not be visible properly. So you can break it and these can come in 2 or 3 slides. This is one suggestion. If you want to use something as a background image, if you want to use something as a background image, and if you thought that if I will write something on it, that will be hidden in the color of the image, so the option is that you put a text box first and put some transparent color in the text box, like here you can see, and then you can write your text. So if you will write your text, your image impact will also be there, but your text will not be hidden in the image font. So these things are there. This I have already told you in the morning, that you can search the images for PowerPoint presentation. You can search the video for PowerPoint presentation on Pixabay, on Flickr, on Pexels. On these 3 websites, I have already showed you in the morning session, so I'm not repeating it. This I have already told you, that if you are searching an image from Google, then you go for this tool option. Then this option will appear, Creative Commons and commercial license. Then you click on Creative Commons licenses. This Vensound, I have already told you that you can download a lot of background music files from vensound.com. There is another repository of music that is called Free Music Archive. From here you can download a lot of music files. There is another YouTube channel called Royalty Free Music. From here you can download a lot of music files. When you do all these things, then you make a very effective PowerPoint, because your PPT if is very attractive, but don't, design it so much that your content remain less effective and your design become more effective. Make it designer, but always king is the content. So content should be there. When you prepare your PPT, your half work is done. Then let us come on the video recording part. I'm talking only about the preparation of the video recording. How to record, that I will tell you tomorrow. So while recording, you should, I have a session, I have called him after 1 hour. Ek ghante baad aayega. Yeah. So when we talk about video recording, there is a habit that if we have not recorded frequently, we are not very camera friendly people. For taking a selfie or taking an image is another thing, but to talk to a camera and imagine that, yes, your whole class is sitting in that 1 mm lens, that is a different thing. So you need to look at the camera lens most of the time. If you look here and there, it will not be good in the camera. In the video, it will not come out well. So make a habit to look into the camera. Look always into the camera. If you will look into the camera, your viewers will feel that you are looking to them. Especially during the opening and closing sentences, you need not to read it from any paper or from here and there. Body movement is another issue. Actually, when we teach in class, we bother very less about our body movement. Most of the time, we have a habit that we put whole body weight on one leg. So sometimes our body get tilted, but because students are watching your whole body, so this effect is not visible. But if during the recording you do this, then your body will get tilted, and that tilted body will not appear good in a video. So if you are standing and if you are recording anything standing, please put even weight on both the legs. Don't put whole body weight on one leg. These are few very basic, small things I'm talking. I'm not talking about any technical thing today. Then prepare your introductory and closing sentences beforehand, so that you need not to read them, because in the text sometimes you may not appear on the screen, your slide will appear on the screen. So that is a possibility that you can read the slide sometimes, or you can read some script sometimes, because at that time only your voice will go and your PPT will go, but your face will not go. But during the introduction and closing sentence, or when you are explaining something which is not on the slide, you will go on the screen. When you will go on the screen, you should look into the camera only, right? Then the words and sentences can be repeated. When it can be repeated, if you fumble somewhere while recording, if you fumble somewhere, don't start your recording from starting. No, you just take a pause of 3 to 5 seconds. You can say, I'm repeating. Take a pause. But always when you are repeating, repeat from the beginning of the sentence. Even if you have fumbled within the sentence, don't start from the place where you fumbled. Always start from the beginning of the sentence, so that that whole portion can be cut easily during the editing. How to edit, I will tell you tomorrow, that how to edit a video. Then look for the disfluencies. Disfluencies means many sounds we create, like ah. Some catchwords are there. Some people have a habit. Okay, let us see. Matlab. Many things. Like we call many times like. So these are habits. These are individual habits. These habits people do not notice in face-to-face interaction. But in video, if these things are there, these disfluencies are there, these are being noticed very easily. So we need to avoid it. Then comes to the dress code. Dress code is also very important while recording. Why? Generally, we record educational videos, so we should not be very fancy while recording the video. So your whatever you are bearing, you should bear which is matching with the topic, culture, season, and climate. Uh, Try to record in climate neutral clothes. Climate neutral clothes. Let me give you an example. I have recorded some video for my channel in the month of January, and that date was January 2, 2020, not 2021. 2021 to gone to Corona. At that time, one expert came. She was not from this area, so she was not very well aware about the Delhi ki sardi. It's very chilly in Delhi in the starting of the January. So she recorded the whole video in at least 2 sweater and over that one jacket. Now, if someone will watch that video in June, it is not looking well. So we need to wear something which is very climate neutral clothes. Try to prefer the formal clothes, and plain in one color always preferred. This is also depend where you are recording. So if you are recording with a chroma setting where the green screen is in the background, then you are not allowed to use anything green. Even your dress, your accessories, your pen, anything, your examples, anything cannot be green, because that will washed out during the editing. So all these things we should keep in mind. The dresses where the thin strips are there or checks are there, small checks are there, these should be avoided because they create moving patterns. They create moving patterns. मैंने बोला थोड़ी देर बाद आ जाना, 30 मिनट बाद आ जाना. Sorry, actually my phone is not working, so they are coming many times. Sorry. And if you are going to record somewhere else at outstation or some studio, then my suggestion is always keep one extra set, because you don't know what setting is there, what lighting is there. So you may require, to change your dress. Don't wear accessories and dress with has certain advertisements, like you are wearing a glass having a sticker of Raven. So that Raven should not be appear on the screen because you are advertising. I'm sharing you one example. While I was recording with a mathematics faculty, the faculty was explaining the concept of cuboid, and she brought with her a empty box of Colgate toothpaste, which is a cuboid in shape. So when she was showing it, she was stopped to recording, and she was asked to wrap it with a white paper, that we are not here advertising for the Colgate, we are showing the shape. So the shape should not have any advertisement on it. So whatever we are wearing, sometimes we have a logo of some particular company on our shirt or sweater, sometimes we have a logo on our glasses, sometimes we wear something, very, we feel very proud to show that which company we are wearing. That is very good for our personal consumption, but please don't wear such things for video recording. Then comes the duration of the video, that how much duration of the video is there. Generally, I always suggest that a video should not be more than 15 minutes for your own course. If it is for Swayam or Swayam Prabha, then there is a compulsion of 30 minutes that we should record for 30 minutes. Otherwise, my suggestion is that take a liberty and develop smaller videos for your course, because if you make longer videos, your learners will not watch it continuously. Introductory video should not be more than 5 minutes. Prefer it is less than 3 minutes or around 3 minutes, but not more than 5 minutes at any cost. And your video should be greeting independent. So whenever you are recording a video, you never start with good morning, good evening, good afternoon, because you don't know at what time your learner will watch it. You may be recording at 10 o'clock in the morning. You may saying, good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about this and this. But if a learner is watching at 11:30 p.m. in the night, and it will start suddenly, good morning. He said, where is good morning? It's 11:30 p.m. It's almost midnight. So such greeting independent should be there. Then where to host video, this is not our issue. How to record, there are many options of recording. We can use AZ recorder on our mobile. It's a good recording. Screencastify we can use. It is a good recorder with Chrome extension. ShareX is a Screencast-O-Matic is there. So tomorrow I will tell you how to record a video using a Screencast-O-Matic and how to edit a video by using Active Presenter. So this will be my tomorrow's session. So this is from my side. If you people have any question, any query, you are welcome. I have completed my presentation very quickly. So now I'm looking forward basically for your questions, queries regarding preparation, regarding module designing, regarding filling the performa, yes, and tomorrow's task, what you need to do today. You have already decided your course objectives and nature of module. Today you need to decide how many modules are there, what will be content in that module, and I have already told you that what OERs are, where are the content available, how you can search the content from Google. So today you find the content which is already available and paste their URLs in the uh, template which have been given to you. Then only you will identify that, okay, for which you do not have content, the topic or subtopic for which you are not having content, you prepare content only for that, not for everything, right? And finalize your script and PPT so that we can record tomorrow the video, because tomorrow will be the video recording sessions. Yeah, so any query or question from any participant side, please let me know.
Not right now, sir. This is very clear. I think
Okay.
we will have questions when we do.
Yeah, Dr. Hari Krishna, are you want to say something?
Sir, I have used OBA.
OBS.
OBS, sorry.
Open Broadcasting Software. Yes.
That was very easy, actually, different types
It's a
of.
very good software. It has a
One
lot
of the
of
things is that,
benefits.
in
I am
my,
using it. I am using it very frequently, but for beginners, it is not good. Those who once started using it, because you need a lot of settings for that.
yes, so I used it like for 1 month and then suddenly it crashed on my laptop, MacBook.
It's not only crashed on your laptop, it crashed at that time on many laptops. Even our Facebook live sessions got disturbed due to it.
Okay,
Now we are
but
not
then
doing any
now
Facebook live.
I can upload again,
You reinstall it. You can reinstall it.
reinstall. Okay,
Uh,
because
re-
I found it very easy.
Yeah, it is very good. It is very good. It is very good for recording. It is very good for chroma setting. It is very good for video recording. It is very good for Facebook live. It is very good for YouTube live, streaming. Many things you can do with Facebook,
Yeah,
with
and one more
OBS.
thing I want to know, like many free softwares, they give only 10 to 15 minutes recording time.
Yeah.
But if you want 30 minutes, then you have to buy something, no?
No, not at all. On OBS, you can record hours. No issue.
Acha, okay.
Yeah.
And
I will not recommend anything to buy.
okay.
Yeah.
And suppose OBS doesn't work on my MacBook Air, then
Then you record with Screencastify.
Screencastify. But that gives only 15 minutes.
No, Screencast-O-Matic gives 15 minutes. Screencastify.
Screencastify. Okay. Major issue with me is video recording.
Okay. But for many, it is editing, not recording. Recording is easier than editing.
I mean, sorry, recording is easy, editing.
Tomorrow we will talk about both the things. I will give a live demonstration how to record and how to edit.
Yes, that is a challenge. And once you know it, nothing like that then.
Yeah. We can do it.
Practice.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Any other participant want to add something? Are participants, Samir ji, there, or are they just logged in?
I think they just.
Yeah.
No.
These are the people what to do, sir. I was insisting them to do, but even the attendance is also not up to the level.
Yeah.
We are getting hardly 20.
No, actually, I'm watching 23 on my screen.
Yeah.
So if I reduce me and you, then
Yes.
there should be 21 people.
Yes.
But I don't get questions except Manisha ji and sometimes Bijoy and sometimes our Muhammad ji, where he is now today. I think he was in the morning session. Now he is also not here. So rest of the participants are, I don't know what, because you don't get feedback proper, no? Either they are not interested or they are just doing for the sake of doing. You don't know.
No, sir, I'm very much interested in
These
listening.
are no. I'm not blaming anyone, but you know, when you are in front of a screen
Yeah.
and your participants are neither intervening nor responding nor asking anything,
Yeah,
then
you feel what is happening, like you have
yes,
no clue
yes,
whether it is getting across or not.
yes, that is the issue.
Sir, one doubt, shall I ask?
Yeah, please. I am basically asking that please someone ask something.
Sir, I'm Vijay. Sir,
Yeah, please.
one doubt is that that OBS software, no, when I tried before that, I was attending in a workshop. That was little complicated for different options are there.
No, actually,
So,
yeah, OBS has a lot of options, thousands of options
yeah,
are there.
yeah,
So, and we are not basically such a technical people who get involved in each and every option. So we
yes.
need to identify the options which are of our use, and we
Okay,
need to
okay,
use those.
okay, okay. One
So
more thing, sir.
if time will allow, any day, if time will allow, because I need at least 1 hour to show you that how OBS work, I can tell you, I can show you.
Yeah,
So if there will be time on any day, we will have enough time, even if not in the session, then I will explain that how OBS work and how you can do, because the benefit of the OBS is that it is an open source software. So you need not to
yes,
purchase it. You
yes,
need not to purchase it. And it will help you even in the classroom teaching learning also. If you are doing Facebook live sessions and all other sessions, you can do it very easily with it. Because in Facebook live, there is an option, if you do it with the Facebook, either PPT will show or you will show. But if you use
okay.
OBS, you and your PPT both can appear in the same frame. So,
Okay, sir, one more thing. When we are recording, is it necessary that we have to switch on the camera and show our own face before the during the recording time? Is there
no,
is
it is
any?
no only this you decide during the scripting and storyboarding, that at what time your face should appear and at what time your screen should appear. So in OBS, you can transact between these two. Even in Screencast-O-Matic also, you can transact between these two, that when you will appear and when your screen will appear, or when you and screen both will appear. This you need to decide, that whether the content, generally when we talk about some specific content, some specific structure, some specific process, or some points which are written on a slide, at that time the slide should be visible. But whenever we are explaining something, or we are giving our own insights and inputs and examples, or explaining something, then my understanding is that we should appear in place of slide at that time.
So there is picture in picture, na?
Both options are there. All many options.
So where your face is also seen and then the slide is also seen.
Yeah, both options are there. Both
Both
options are
options
there.
are there.
Yeah, you can fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
If possible, that OBS, if you can demonstrate once, it will be very great.
I will go through the schedule and I will try to find out the time for that. I will discuss with Samir, and I will be happy to share if I will get time. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Miss Dr. Bindu MP, she has raised her hand. Yeah, Bindu ji, please. Dr. Bindu MP, you have raised your hand. Okay, now.
She has
not-
just joined because 24 participants are there now.
Okay. So any other participant want to say something?
Sir, I am really sorry. I am from Pakistan.
No issue.
As well as
It doesn't matter you are from Pakistan, Afghanistan, or America. If you are a teacher, then we are here only.
yes, sir. I was in hospital. Due to this, I was not asking.
Okay. No issue.
How can I get benefit from SWIM?
I don't know whether your government has allowed to access the SWAYAM platform in your country or not. First, you check that.
Yeah.
If you have access, because there are many things which are political and which are not in our hand, right? But
Yeah.
if SWAYAM is accessible from your country, then you can join any course. There is no issue because the exams is online. So even if you can do 1 or 2 course, it will be good for you, and you will learn that how SWAYAM is working, because SWAYAM is very popular in our country. More than now around 2 crore students are there on that platform across the country. So it is getting
Any other
popularity.
suggestion for me?
What I can
Any other
suggest,
substitute?
a substitute in India, mostly these are the platforms. Otherwise, you can do the courses on Coursera. Coursera is also offering a lot of courses. So on Coursera also you can find a lot of very interesting courses like learning to learn online and all that. Then there are many good courses. One course I can suggest to people even today. There is a very good course of Commonwealth of Learning, which is a 4-week course. That is BLP, Blended Learning. There is a very popular course I have done 2 years back. Now its 9th cycle is going to start in few days. So it is a free course of Athabasca University and COL. They are offering it collaboratively. So it is a very good course, and if you want to explore SWAYAM and not SWAYAM, how MOOC works and a small book, how it is organized, then that is a very good platform. You can learn from that. That is a very good course. I would suggest that those people who have not done it should do it. Now the course name is, if my system is working, that is Technology Enabled Learning. The course is starting on 7th March. Okay. So
Please, you can put your link.
I'm sharing its website in the chat box.
Yeah.
So I'm typing it. It's
Sir, I am really thankful to you. Very intellectual session from you.
so
Sir, can
I have shared a link. I have shared a link in the chat box. That is www.talmuk.ca. This is a very interesting course, especially for those who want to offer a course with technology and who want to learn the basics of technology, blending and all these things. This is a very popular course. Now the 9th cycle of the course is going to start from 7th March. I would suggest that you all do this course. It's a free course, and if you will do it, you will earn a certificate also. It is a very good course.
Sir, can I ask, sir?
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Sir, in between I lost connection, like I'm Bindu MP.
Yeah, please.
That's why I couldn't. Sir, that resource planning format, there is one column if OER need to modify. Sir,
Yeah.
is there any chance to further modification after?
Yeah. Sometimes, ma'am, it is required. Sometimes it is required. For example, if you find a very good OER video of 20-minute duration, right? But you want only its initial 5 minutes in your course. You are thinking that remaining 15 minutes are not of my use, but initial 5 minutes are very important and these are of my use. So I can take only that 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Then
Okay.
you need more to modify it. Then you need to squeeze it, right? But then you check the license that whether that video allow you the modification or not. If that video allow you the modification, then you can modify it and you can write in that column that is, this is a OER from this website. I'm going to modify it.
Okay, then before modification, I seek permission from the
No, if it is an OER, then there is no need to seek any permission.
Okay, sir.
That is the beauty of OER.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please, Jyotsnaji, please.
Sir, okay. Can I
Thank you very much, Jyotsnaji, because you have shared the link of the course in the WhatsApp group. I have just seen, so people can do it. Yes, please ask your question.
Sir, can I make a MOOC course in a regional language or compulsory?
I always suggest that we should develop MOOC in regional languages, because there is a lot of scarcity of content, good quality content in regional languages. If you are from Kerala, please develop a course in Malayalam. If you are from Gujarat, please develop a course in Gujarati. If you are from Maharashtra, please develop a course in Marathi. We need to strengthen our regional languages.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And on SWAYAM also there is a provision, and in SWAYAM platform there is a separate link for regional courses in regional languages. So now they are also promoting. Now SWAYAM is promoting regional languages in 2 ways. First, they are inviting proposal for the course development in regional languages. Second, what we are doing now, that the popular courses on SWAYAM platform, the courses which have attracted enrollment more than 4,000, 5,000 in a cycle, now their videos are, transcript of their videos are being translated into 8 regional languages. So very soon those video scripts will be available in the regional languages, though the speaker will speak in Hindi or English, but at the bottom of the video you can scroll the script in the regional language. So that facility is also going to start very soon in SWAYAM also.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, any other query?
No, sir.
So it means I'm doing very excellent job these days because people are not asking anything.
Yeah, we are
I'm
understanding.
communicating each and everything perfectly, so I should be proud of that. Huh? Just like that. Anyway, thank you very much for attending this session. So tomorrow I will be doing hands-on on how to record a video and how to edit the video, these two things. I will record a small video of 1 minute duration and I will edit that video also in front of you. So that, and my suggestion would be that either you, yes, Manisha ji, you are saying something?
I was saying, can we get the recording of that video which you are showing us?
Yeah, we will.
So
we
that
will
if
share.
you're stuck
We will share.
there,
We will share.
yeah.
We will share. We will share. I think this every session is.
No, sir. So far, we have not received any PPT of your sessions.
The recording, no issue.